I want to talk to you about Mathew Wood.
Sure.
Was there any idea he'd be going to the Predators?
Um, During the draft, I had got a little bit of an inkling that Nashville was very interested in him, and if he was still there at 15, there was a good chance they would take him. But it was really cool because I've been to a few drafts with different players before, but I've never been where the host team drafted the player. So that was awesome.
So when you're in Nashville and Mathew gets taken by Nashville, does that give you a leg up at all in getting some insight into the team?
Um, I only have that because a couple of my former players are working for Nashville that played for me at Boston College. So, and then we also have a former intern that's working in Nashville. So, from that perspective, yes, but not really. It's not like they invite me down to speak with them. Now, we'll be in touch now over the next couple of years as long as Matt's with us. They'll call for updates and find out how he's doing. But it's not like Barry Trotz is bringing me down to the table to talk about Matt Wood.
What does Matt bring to the table that makes him an NHL not only talent but a first round pick?
Oh, I think his size, his shot, his hockey IQ is probably his best asset, and he's just a really good, complete hockey player. And I don't even think I know we haven't seen his best yet.
What was that night like for you when Matt gets the call? What was that like for you?
Oh, it was exciting. I was so happy for him. His family. I get to spend some time with his family, and it's just a really fun night. It's kind of the culmination of something he's been working at for a long time, and now I should say the work's really beginning still. But it's a lot of hard work paid off for him, and I was excited for him.
And it's not like he's not coming back. How does he factor into the plans for next season?
Yeah, I think this past year he was so young that we played him with some older kids to try to protect him. And I told him this down at the draft. I said, "Hey, this year I need you to drive a line. You have a year under your belt, and it's going to be your turn to bring younger kids along." And I think that's the next step for him with our program, along with maybe killing some penalties, maybe playing center, some different positions, because I think versatility is really important when you get to that next level. You can't just be pigeonholed as a right wing or a left wing. You got to be a player that can play in all different types of positions if you're going to be really successful at the NHL level.
You guys are coming off a 20-win season, a successful year. I'm sure a main goal is to win a conference championship, but how do you build on next season just from a play standpoint?
Yeah, I think, we can get better in a lot of areas. It was a little disappointing the way the season ended for us. Uh, it was, the first time in the program's history that we've had back-to-back 20-win seasons and a back-to-back 20 top 20 ranking. And I think now it's time to get to the national tournament. I think that is the goal that we've all set out to have this season.
With Jordan Hawkins getting drafted, and with Lou Lopez Seneschal getting drafted, and with Matt Wood getting drafted, UConn's the only school in the country to have first round picks for the NBA, WNBA, and NHL. What does that say about UConn as a school, their athletics department, and where they factor into the national spotlight?
Well, I did see that. However, I don't know whether it was my second or third year here when Tage Thompson got drafted in the first round. We were the only school to have an NFL, NBA, WNBA, Major League Soccer, Major League Baseball, and National Hockey League. Like that's pretty impressive, having six sports to have first round talent. So it's not something that's new to this university. I think the athletic programs have been good for so long here, and it just, I think, emphasizes that we have an athletic department that's on the national level.
How's the new hockey arena feeling? The Toscano Family Ice Forum.
It's great. It's great on a day like today when it's 90 degrees out. I'll tell you that.
Spending a lot of time in there.
I'm here today, but I won't be here this weekend. I don't think. Actually, we have some players coming back for summer school, so I may be over here on Sunday.